Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing? Man, it's Anelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Matt Antonelli here. It's been a quiet last couple of weeks, maybe even months in Major League Baseball. There hasn't been a whole lot of big news with trades or signings. There's been a few here and there, but I've been waiting for something big to happen. And this morning, I put on my MLB The Show shirt. I wanted to put on my hat, but I can't find it because I just moved. If I had it, I'd put on the whole attire because I feel like I'm watching or playing franchise mode right now with the San Diego Padres because they're saying basically, okay, nobody else wants to make any signings. Nobody else wants to make any big trades. We'll just make all of them, okay? We'll take everyone. We'll take you, and oh, you're one of the best pitchers. We'll take you too. Padres going nuts over the last couple of days. They've clearly been watching my rebuilding mode on franchise mode because I actually, a few days ago, traded for Blake Snell. And what do you know, a few days later, the Padres do. So clearly somebody's watching my shows. Let's get into all the trades. In the comment section below, put what you guys think about these trades. I'm pretty sure if you're a Rays fan, you're probably upset. If you're a Cubs fan, you're probably maybe a little bit less upset. But you might still be, although I think you realize in Chicago that there's going to be some changes going on with that roster. If you're a Rays fan, you should be used to it by now because this happens a lot, but still, another one of your big-time players is traded away for young prospects. Okay, so let's get into each deal and then I'll kind of give you my overall thoughts on everything. And again, put in the comment section below what you think. So let's start off with the Blake Snell signing. You got to be happy. If you're a Padres fan, first off, this is like the third Christmas morning for you. You have to be pumped. You just got Blake Snell, a guy that you can instantly put at the top of your rotation. Now, you had to give away, Patino's a really good pitcher. He throws really hard. You had to give him away. I think he was the number 3 overall prospect for you for the Padres. You had to give away Wilcox, who I think was number 7 prospect. You had to give away 2 catchers. The Rays are basically, which catcher do we take? We'll take both of them. And he has been somebody that's been up in the big leagues, and he's been okay. He had a pretty good year and then a not so good year, but he's somebody still young that the Rays have been trying to figure out a way to develop a young catcher, and now this gives them 2 chances to do so. So you had to give away some prospects, but you're gonna have to give away prospects if you want to get back a pitcher like Snell, who's still relatively young and he's still pretty cheap, and he's still has a couple years left on his deal. And again, he's pitched in big games. He's also been taken out of big games when he's been throwing really well.
Expect a reaction from Blake Snell that's not too happy. Kevin Cash is removing Blake Snell after 5 1/3 innings. Snell is done. A controversial decision, no doubt.
But he's been a really good pitcher, right? Cy Young winner. He had 1 year in there where it wasn't a great year, but overall, you pretty much know what you're going to get from him. You're going to be able to put him again at the top of the rotation. And he's somebody, for most teams, even if that's your one guy, now you've got kind of that horse at the top of the rotation, right? And so you've got to be happy if you're a Padres fan for the deal. And again, from the Rays perspective, this is what they do. They've done this over and over and over again. They get players and they end up trading. Once they get pretty good, they trade them away, bring in a bunch of young prospects, they develop them, and then those guys become their pretty good players, and then they'll trade them away down the line, okay? Hey, they've been successful doing it. They've, clearly have done probably more than anyone on such a small budget. And Oakland's been pretty good with it as well, but they've done a great job. Okay, so that's the first deal. They go out and sign Kim. Now, Kim was an infielder, Korean infielder, had a huge year. He had like 30 home runs. He's mostly shortstop, third baseman. The Padres have Tatis and Machado, but don't worry, they can play this guy a little bit at second base and mix him in. Apparently, he's a really good athlete. And so another, not a huge signing, but a nice signing. We'll see if he can come over here and play well. But he gives them some more depth and versatility. Kind of like the Dodgers have done similar things where they just take as many good players as they can find, versatile players, and they just move them all over the place. Sometimes Dodgers fans get mad that they're moving too much, and you can never have enough good players, especially versatile guys that can move around. So it's another nice deal. Now here, you think they're done, right? When they made the Snell trade, it was kind of like, I'm assuming the Rays heard that, the Padres are looking at maybe Darvish, Sonny Gray's been thrown out there, Castillo. And so they go, okay, let's get this deal done with, right? And then you think the Padres, okay, they got Snell and they're done. Oh, no, no, no. They call up the Cubs and say, yeah, Yu Darvish, second in the NL Cy Young last year. Yeah, we'll take him too. And so now they go out, more fireworks, and they get Yu Darvish. And Darvish is nasty. I know he's a little bit older, 34. Is he going to be 35 soon? I don't know his birthday, but I think he's 34 right now. But he's nasty. This guy's got like 15 pitches. No, in all honesty, he's got like 6 pitches, and they're all pretty much plus pitches. Throws a fastball to high 90s, throws a two-seamer that runs about 10 feet, throws a curveball, throws a slider, throws a splitter. What did I forget? There's so many pitches I can't. Throws a cutter, throws a hard cutter at like 89, 90. He is disgusting. His cutter's even faster than that sometimes. I've seen him throw 91-mile-an-hour sliders. Okay, so he's got every pitch in the book. And what a year last year. And so now you've got this guy to be able to put at the top of your rotation. Also got his personal catcher, all right, so that'll make him happy. But for this deal, you give up, who'd you give up for this? Davies, and then you gave up some more prospects. But after all these deals are done, if you look at it, they didn't really have to give up any of their, or too many, I should say, of their big-time prospects. Now, Patino, again, was number 3, and Wilcox was number 7. But overall, a lot of the guys in these deals were prospects between 10 and 20 in the organization. And so they still got, they got Mackenzie Gore. They don't have to get rid of Gore, and Gore is going to be unbelievable, in my opinion. And so you're able to bring in another absolute horse at the top of the rotation. You don't have to give up too much. You've still got Gore that can slide in here at some point down the road. But let's just think about this now. Not only are you stacked for this year, but you're stacked for years to come because all of these guys are on multiple year deals. And yes, Yu Darvish is older, but he didn't have any signs this past year of slowing down. He's still throwing almost 100 miles an hour. And so look at the rotation this year coming up. So you're going to have Darvish, you've got Blake Snell, you've got Lamet, you've got Paddock, you've got, who do you want to put, Morejon, or maybe you want to bring up Mackenzie Gore, or they've got a bunch of guys, Weathers. They've got a lot of guys that can fit that number 5 spot. And let's not forget that they traded for Mike Clevenger last year. And so he's not around this year because of TJ, Tommy John. But think about moving forward next year. Now you throw Clevenger into that mix. Like, you have so many starting pitchers, you don't even know what to do with all of them. And that's on top of an offense that was really, really, really good last year. So now you've got starting pitching and you've got amazing offense. And so this team, is this the best team in the league? Like, the Dodgers are still stacked. But what a crazy NL West now. You've got the Dodgers and the Padres are going to battle it out probably for a bunch of years here with these moves. So should be really exciting for people out in California. And for me too, because, hey, I'll watch. So overall, I know it feels a little bit like a video game here, just, throwing players. I always say I'm like the Dombrowski of MLB The Show franchise mode, because, if you're a prospect, you're not a prospect for me anymore. You're a prospect for somebody else, because I'm going to trade you for a known quantity. And you got to be careful with this because you don't want to completely blow up, the farm system. But like I said, the Padres were able to do this without having to give away the entire farm system. And my general thought on this, and maybe this is because I was a prospect, but I got this card right here. I haven't shown you guys this card yet. This is from Jared Sinatra. Hopefully you guys can see this. Hopefully it zooms in nice. But this is from Jared Sinatra. Gave it to me for Christmas a couple days ago. And here's a Padres prospect, okay? This guy was a number 2 prospect for the Padres at one point. And now he's sitting here doing YouTube videos, okay? And I'm the same age, well, not me. This guy is the same age basically as Yu Darvish. A little bit older, not much older, okay? And so I'm not saying to get rid of all your prospects for guys that, are known quantities in the big leagues. What I am saying is that prospects are not a sure thing, all right? And so I'm willing to give up some prospects if I know that I can bring in players that I think, and these guys are guys that I think can do it. You put them at the top of the rotation. I think they're going to be really successful. I think that they, Again, I think Snell has got a lot of years ahead of him. I think Darvish has got a couple more ahead of him. There's no signs of slowing down. They automatically make you a big-time World Series contender. And I like it. I like it a lot, okay? So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Give it a thumbs up. It's good to be back talking baseball. I've been waiting for something to talk about, and finally, I've got something. So let me know what you think down below. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you later.